Every day, tell yourself that you are stronger, wiser, and more capable than you were yesterday. Remind yourself that your life is not defined by your past mistakes, your current struggles, or the opinions of other people. Your life is defined by the decisions you make today and the actions you choose to take moving forward. No matter how difficult yesterday was, today is a brand new opportunity to begin again. Every sunrise brings a fresh chance to learn, grow, improve, and move one step closer to the person you want to become. Tell yourself that success is not reserved for a lucky few. It is available to anyone willing to work consistently, stay patient, and refuse to quit. There will be days when you feel motivated, and days when you feel tired, discouraged, or uncertain. But your commitment to your goals must be stronger than your temporary emotions. Remember that great achievements are not built in a single day. They are built through thousands of small actions repeated over time. Every effort you make matters, even when the results are invisible. Every step forward counts, even when the progress feels slow. Tell yourself that you don't need to have all the answers right now. You only need enough courage to take the next step. Life is a journey of growth, and every experience, whether positive or negative, has something valuable to teach you. Stop being afraid of failure, because failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. Every successful person has faced setbacks, made mistakes, and experienced disappointment. What separates successful people from everyone else is their willingness to continue despite those challenges. Tell yourself that you will not allow fear to control your future. Fear will always exist whenever you attempt something meaningful. But courage means taking action, even when fear is present. Believe that you are capable of overcoming obstacles, adapting to change, and finding solutions to problems. Remind yourself that your thoughts have power. The way you speak to yourself influences the way you see the world. If you constantly focus on limitations, you will find reasons why something cannot be done. If you focus on possibilities, you will discover opportunities that others overlook. Choose thoughts that encourage growth, confidence, and optimism. Replace self-doubt with self-belief. Replace excuses with determination. Replace negative assumptions with positive expectations. Tell yourself that comparison is a waste of energy because your journey is unique. Someone else may be ahead of you in one area of life, but that does not mean you are behind. Everyone moves at a different pace and follows a different path. Instead of comparing yourself to others, compare yourself to the person you were yesterday. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small it may seem. Growth is growth, and every improvement deserves recognition. Remind yourself to practice gratitude every day. There will always be things you wish were different, but there are also countless blessings that deserve your attention. Be grateful for your health, your experiences, your opportunities, your lessons, and the people who support you. Gratitude helps you appreciate what you have while continuing to work toward what you want. Tell yourself that patience is not weakness, it is strength. Some goals take months, years, or even decades to achieve. The greatest rewards often require the greatest persistence. Trust the process and trust your journey. Just because results are not immediate does not mean progress is not happening. Seeds grow underground long before they become visible above the surface. In the same way, your efforts are creating results even when you cannot see them yet. Tell yourself that you deserve happiness, success, peace, and fulfillment. Your worth is not determined by your achievements, your income, or the approval of others. You are valuable simply because you exist. Treat yourself with kindness, respect, and compassion. Speak to yourself as you would speak to a close friend who is trying their best. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and focus on becoming better rather than being perfect. Remind yourself that discipline is more reliable than motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline allows you to continue moving forward regardless of how you feel. Success belongs to those who show up consistently, especially on the days when they do not feel like it. Tell yourself that challenges are opportunities in disguise. Every obstacle is developing your character, strengthening your resilience, and teaching lessons that will serve you in the future. The struggles you face today may become the source of your greatest wisdom tomorrow. Believe that every difficult season will eventually pass. Storms do not last forever, and neither do hardships. Continue moving forward one step at a time. Tell yourself that your dreams matter and that they are worth pursuing. Every day, remind yourself that life is a gift and that each new morning brings another opportunity to become a better version of yourself. No matter where you are right now, no matter what challenges you are facing, and no matter how far away your dreams may seem, never forget that every great achievement begins with a decision to keep moving forward. Tell yourself that you are not defined by your failures, your disappointments, your setbacks, or the moments when things did not go according to plan. Those experiences are simply lessons that help shape your character and prepare you for greater opportunities in the future. Life is not about avoiding mistakes. It is about learning from them and becoming stronger because of them. Whenever you feel discouraged, remember how many obstacles you have already overcome. There were days when you thought you could not continue, yet somehow you found the strength to keep going. That strength still exists within you today. Tell yourself that your potential is greater than any fear trying to hold you back. Fear will always whisper reasons why you should stay comfortable, stay safe, and avoid taking risks. But growth never happens inside your comfort zone. Growth happens when you take action despite uncertainty, when you believe in yourself despite doubt, and when you continue working toward your goals even when the results are not immediate. Remind yourself that every successful person once stood exactly where you are now, wondering if they were good enough, capable enough, or strong enough to achieve their dreams. The difference is that they decided not to let those questions stop them. They moved forward anyway. Tell yourself that success is not something that happens overnight. Success is built through daily habits, small improvements, consistent effort, and a willingness to keep going when others quit. Every book is written one page at a time. Every building is constructed one brick at a time, and every great life is built one day at a time. Never underestimate the power of small actions, repeated consistently over long periods. What seems insignificant today can create extraordinary results in the future. Remind yourself that comparison is one of the biggest obstacles to happiness. There will always be someone who appears more successful, more talented, or further ahead, but their journey is not your journey. Your path is unique, and your progress should be measured against your own growth, not someone else's achievements. Focus on becoming better than you were yesterday. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small they may seem. Every step forward deserves recognition, because progress is still progress. Tell yourself that your thoughts are creating the foundation of your future. The words you repeat to yourself every day become beliefs, and those beliefs influence your actions. If you constantly tell yourself that you are incapable, you will begin acting as though it is true. If you remind yourself that you are resilient, capable, and determined, you will start making decisions that reflect those beliefs. Choose your thoughts carefully, because your mind is one of your most powerful tools. Fill it with hope instead of fear, confidence instead of doubt, and possibility instead of limitation. Remind yourself that challenges are not punishments. They are opportunities for growth. Every obstacle teaches patience. Every setback teaches resilience. Every failure teaches wisdom. Every difficult season prepares you for something greater ahead. The struggles you face today may eventually become the stories that inspire others tomorrow. Tell yourself that patience is a form of strength. In a world that wants everything instantly, patience allows you to stay committed when results take time. Just because you cannot see progress immediately does not mean progress is not happening. Many of the most important changes occur beneath the surface long before they become visible. Like a seed growing underground, before it breaks through the soil, your efforts are producing results even when you cannot yet see them. Trust the process and trust yourself. Tell yourself that you deserve happiness, peace, and fulfillment, not because you have earned them through achievements, but because you are human. Stop waiting for a future milestone before allowing yourself to be happy. Learn to appreciate the present moment while still working toward your goals. Happiness is not a destination. It is something you create through gratitude, purpose, and meaningful relationships. Remind yourself to appreciate what you have while continuing to strive for what you want. Gratitude and ambition can exist together. Tell yourself that your dreams are worth pursuing, no matter how impossible they may seem to others. Some people will doubt your vision because they cannot see what you see. Some people will criticize your goals because they are limited by their own fears. Do not allow their doubts to become your everyday Tell yourself that you were not born merely to exist, survive, and repeat the same routine without purpose. You were born with the ability to learn, create, grow, overcome challenges, and leave a positive impact on the world around you. No matter how ordinary your life may seem right now, never underestimate the power of consistent effort and a determined mindset. Great transformations rarely happen overnight. They happen slowly, through thousands of small decisions that seem insignificant in the moment, but become life-changing over time. Remind yourself that every action matters. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, courage over fear, gratitude over negativity, and persistence over giving up, you are shaping your future in a positive direction. Tell yourself that your current situation is not your final destination. The difficulties you face today do not define what your life will look like tomorrow. Circumstances change, opportunities appear, skills improve, and people grow. Just because something feels impossible today does not mean it will remain impossible forever. Remember that many of the world's most successful people once stood exactly where you are now, uncertain, discouraged, afraid, and unsure of what the future would bring. What made the difference was not extraordinary talent or perfect conditions. It was their refusal to quit when things became difficult. Tell yourself that resilience is one of the most valuable qualities you can develop. Life will not always go according to your plans. There will be unexpected setbacks, disappointments, losses, and moments when your confidence is tested. During those moments, remind yourself that your strength is not measured by how many times you avoid falling. It is measured by how many times you get back up. Every challenge you overcome becomes evidence of your capability. Every obstacle you face teaches you something valuable. Every difficult season develops qualities that easier seasons never could. Tell yourself that you are stronger than you realize, because strength often reveals itself only when it is needed most. Remind yourself that your thoughts are shaping your reality more than you may understand. The conversations you have with yourself every day influence your confidence, your attitude, your decisions, and your actions. If you constantly focus on limitations, problems, and fears, you will begin to see obstacles everywhere. However, if you focus on possibilities, opportunities, solutions, and growth, your perspective begins to change. This does not mean ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to believe that challenges can be overcome and that problems can be solved. Tell yourself that your mind is a garden, and every thought is a seed. If you plant seeds of hope, confidence, gratitude, and determination, you will eventually harvest success, happiness, and personal growth. If you plant seeds of negativity, self-doubt, and fear, those seeds will also grow. Choose carefully what you allow to take root in your mind. Remind yourself daily that comparison is one of the greatest enemies of peace. In today's world, it is easy to look at other people's achievements and feel like you are falling behind. However, what you often see is only a small part of their story. You do not see their failures, their struggles, their sacrifices, or their moments of doubt. Comparing your everyday life to someone else's highlight reel is unfair and unnecessary. Your journey belongs to you. Your timeline belongs to you. Your progress belongs to you. Focus on becoming a little better than you were yesterday, rather than trying to become someone else. Tell yourself that growth is not always visible. Sometimes the most important changes happen internally before they appear externally. You may be developing patience, resilience, wisdom, confidence, or discipline without immediately noticing it. Trust that your efforts are creating progress, even when results are not obvious. Remind yourself that patience is not passive waiting. It is active trust. It is continuing to work, learn, improve, and believe, while understanding that meaningful results take time. Just as a tree takes years to grow strong roots before reaching great heights, your life may require seasons of preparation before significant breakthroughs occur. Tell yourself that every season has a purpose. Some seasons are for growth, some are for learning, some are for healing, and some are for achieving. Do not rush the process. Trust that each season is preparing you for what comes next. Remind yourself that failure is not proof of inadequacy. Failure is proof that you had the courage to try. Every successful entrepreneur, athlete, artist, scientist, and leader has experienced failure. What separates achievers from quitters is their response to failure. Achievers view failure as feedback. They learn from it, adapt, improve, and continue moving forward. Tell you, every day, remind yourself that you are living a story that is still being written, and no single chapter, no matter how difficult, painful, or disappointing, has the power to determine the ending. Life is a journey filled with unexpected twists, victories, failures, lessons, opportunities, and moments that shape who you become. There will be times when you feel lost, uncertain, or discouraged, and during those moments, it is important to remember that growth often happens in places where comfort does not exist. The strongest trees are not the ones protected from every storm. They are the ones that survive strong winds and continue growing despite them. In the same way, your struggles are not proof that you are weak. They are evidence that you are becoming stronger. Tell yourself that every challenge you face today is helping you develop qualities that will serve you for the rest of your life. Patience is built through waiting. Courage is built through fear. Strength is built through resistance. Wisdom is built through experience. Confidence is built through action. Every obstacle contains a hidden opportunity if you are willing to look for it. Remind yourself that your future is not controlled by luck, chance, or circumstances alone. Your future is shaped by the habits you practice, the mindset you adopt, the decisions you make, and the actions you repeat every day. Success is rarely the result of one extraordinary moment. More often, it is the result of ordinary actions performed consistently over a long period of time. A person becomes healthy through daily choices. A person becomes skilled through daily practice. A person becomes successful through daily effort. Never underestimate what you can accomplish when you commit to small improvements every single day. Tell yourself that you do not need to rush your journey. Society often creates pressure to achieve everything quickly, but meaningful growth takes time. A seed does not become a tree overnight. A beginner does not become an expert overnight. Great achievements require patience, discipline, and persistence. Trust your own timeline and stop measuring your progress against the progress of others. Everyone is fighting different battles, carrying different responsibilities, and walking different paths. The fact that someone else is succeeding does not mean you are failing. There is enough opportunity, success, and happiness available for everyone. Focus your energy on becoming the best version of yourself, rather than comparing yourself to people whose circumstances you do not fully understand. Tell yourself that your thoughts matter because they influence your reality. The stories you tell yourself become the beliefs you carry, and those beliefs influence the choices you make. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not good enough, you will hesitate when opportunities appear. If you constantly remind yourself that you are capable of learning, growing, and improving, you will approach challenges with confidence and determination. Learn to become your own source of encouragement. Speak to yourself with kindness rather than criticism. Treat yourself with the same compassion that you would offer a friend who is trying their best. Remind yourself that mistakes do not make you a failure. Mistakes make you human. Every mistake contains valuable information. Every setback provides a lesson. Every failure reveals an opportunity to improve. The only true failure is refusing to learn and refusing to continue. Tell yourself that resilience is one of your greatest strengths. No matter how many times life knocks you down, you have the ability to stand back up and continue moving forward. You have already survived difficult days that once seemed impossible. You have overcome problems that once kept you awake at night. You have faced fears that once felt overwhelming. Remember how far you have come. Give yourself credit for battles nobody else knows about. Acknowledge the strength it took to keep going during moments when quitting would have been easier. Remind yourself that happiness is not something that exists only in the future. Happiness is not a destination waiting at the end of your journey. It is something you create through gratitude, perspective, meaningful relationships, and purposeful living. Learn to appreciate the small moments that often go unnoticed. The warmth of the morning sun, the sound of laughter, the kindness of a stranger, the comfort of a conversation, the satisfaction of completing a task, the peace of a quiet moment. Life is made up of small moments, and happiness grows when you learn to notice them. Tell yourself that your dreams deserve your commitment. Do not abandon your goals simply because the path is difficult. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. Many people quit just before they experience the breakthrough they have been working toward for years. Continue believing in your vision even when results are slow. content. Every day, remind yourself that your life is one of the most valuable gifts you will ever receive. And because of that, you should never waste your potential by allowing fear, doubt, negativity, or temporary setbacks to convince you that you are incapable of achieving greatness. The truth is that every person who has ever accomplished something meaningful began their journey without knowing exactly how things would turn out. They faced uncertainty, experienced failures, made mistakes, and encountered obstacles that seemed impossible to overcome. What made the difference was not extraordinary talent or perfect circumstances, but their decision to keep moving forward even when progress felt slow and success seemed distant. Tell yourself that you do not need to be perfect to make progress. Perfection is an illusion that often prevents people from taking action. Growth happens when you are willing to begin before you feel completely ready. When you accept that mistakes are part of the learning process, and when you understand that every expert was once a beginner. Remind yourself that your future is not determined by where you start, but by your willingness to continue. Every day presents a new opportunity to improve your skills, strengthen your character, expand your knowledge, and move closer to your goals. Never underestimate the impact of small, consistent actions, because the life you build tomorrow is shaped by the choices you make today. Tell yourself that every challenge contains a lesson, and every setback contains an opportunity. Life does not always give you what you want when you want it, but often it gives you exactly what you need in order to grow. Some lessons can only be learned through difficulty. Some strengths can only be developed through struggle. Some wisdom can only be gained through experience. Instead of asking why something difficult is happening to you, ask what it is teaching you. The moment you begin viewing challenges as opportunities for growth, you transform obstacles into stepping stones. Remind yourself that resilience is one of the greatest qualities you can develop. There will be moments when you feel exhausted, discouraged, frustrated, or overwhelmed. During those moments, remember how many difficult situations you have already survived. Think about every challenge that once seemed impossible, but is now part of your past. Think about every time you felt like giving up, but found the strength to continue. Those experiences are proof that you are stronger than you realize. Strength is not the absence of struggle. Strength is the ability to continue despite it. Tell yourself that comparison is unnecessary because your journey is unique. Someone else may be ahead of you in one area of life, but they may be facing challenges that you cannot see. Everyone has different circumstances, different opportunities, different responsibilities, and different timelines. Comparing yourself to others only distracts you from your own progress. Instead, focus on becoming a better version of yourself than you were yesterday. Celebrate every improvement, no matter how small. Every positive habit, every lesson learned, every goal completed, and every obstacle overcome is evidence of growth. Remind yourself that your thoughts have tremendous power. The way you think influences the way you feel, and the way you feel influences the way you act. If you constantly focus on negativity, you will begin to see limitations everywhere. If you focus on possibilities, gratitude, and solutions, you will begin to recognize opportunities that others miss. Choose to become aware of the stories you tell yourself. Replace thoughts that weaken you with thoughts that strengthen you. Replace self-criticism with self-respect. Replace fear with faith. Replace excuses with action. Tell yourself that patience is a strength, not a weakness. We live in a world that often demands immediate results, but some of the most valuable things in life require time. Meaningful relationships take time to build. Valuable skills take time to develop. Great achievements take time to accomplish. Personal transformation takes time to complete. Be patient with yourself while remaining committed to your goals. Progress that happens slowly is still progress. A person who takes one step forward every day will eventually travel a great distance. Remind yourself that happiness is not something you should postpone until you reach a certain milestone. Too many people spend their lives believing they will finally be happy when they earn more money, buy a certain house, achieve a certain goal, or receive approval from others. However, happiness is not a destination waiting somewhere in the future. Happiness is created through gratitude, purpose, meaningful relationships, personal growth, and the ability to appreciate the present moment. Learn to enjoy the journey rather than constantly waiting for the next destination. Tell yourself that your dreams deserve